Challenge time. I've got a list of exercises this week that have a variety of reps, and the exercises change slightly for our different intermediate, beginners and advanced. But basically, you're going to start from the beginning and see how long it takes you to do the workout. So it's the same amount of work for each person, and how much rest, how much time you need is totally up to you. We'll go through the exercises and then we'll look at how it changes for our different levels. We're starting off with our push-ups. Once again, we'll go through them really quickly. We've done quite a few push-ups now because they're an awesome exercise to get you strong and get you fit through your whole body. We're starting on the ground. Now toe push-ups, elbows nice and tight, flat to the ground. We can go with our knee push-ups. Hands go out slightly further, hips come down, elbows nice and tight to the body. Pushing up. Now two variations. Remember, I'm showing full range of form there, wherever you are comfortable and where you can challenge yourself. But wherever that point is, as we're progressing through the challenge, try to make it a bit lower. Make it a goal to be able to hit the ground or become within 1 centimetre to the ground with your toe push-ups by the end of our challenge. Now it's raining outside today, so I'd planned to do this outside, but you don't let the rain deter your exercise program. So here we've got skips or step-ups. If you've got some internal steps, you could use those. Alternatively, we've also got high knees. So for our high knees, like in our warm-up, we're just driving those knees up, keeping that body still. As quick as you can go, whilst maintaining comfortable and keeping that chest up nice and high. Next, we've got a new exercise for our intermediate and our advanced. We haven't done this yet. That's the lunge. The lunge is a terrific exercise to really concentrate on your quads, your glutes, your hamstrings, and to make that part of your body strong. However, it's often done wrong. So I'm going to show you the tips now how to do it safely. The lunge initially, we need to take a good step forward, okay? Far enough that your back heel has come off the ground. If you're in nice and tight and your heel's still on, more than likely you're not further enough forward. Good step forward. From there, what we want to do is simply bend our front knee and bring our back knee to the ground. We also need to make sure, and this is crucial, that this knee does not go past the end of our shoelaces. I'll show you a good lunge now, then I'll also show you a lunge that's not so good. So I'm starting from here, I'm taking a step forward, chest up high. I like to have my hands on my hips. Keep them off your knee, hands on your hips, down to the ground, driving through my front heel, back up, and stand back to here, okay? That lunge there, my knee stayed in the correct position. Now what I was talking about with your knee coming forward, up tall, down. Notice here I'm leaning forward, my heels come off, and my knees come past my toe. If that's happening to you, try to correct it. Try to bring your weight back onto your heel, hands on your hips, stand up. Now like our push-up, I showed you full range lunge there. I don't expect you initially to have to do a full range lunge. I've got a variation for you. Here I've got the handle of a broom. You can pick these up for a few dollars from Bunnings, or you can just take the one off your broom that you're using at home at the moment. What we're going to use here is the ability to use our arm, keeping our chest high, and using that to help us in this lunge. So our upper body does a little bit of the work, so our lower body can actually undertake the exercise. Like our push-up, you don't have to go all the way to the ground. As far as you feel comfortable, back up. As far as you feel comfortable, back up. And what I like to do with my clients is to use a marker. Doesn't matter what it is, we've got an ab mat here that's used for crunches and so forth. All we're using it for is something to hit each time you go down, so you've got a reference point. We place that on the ground. I would place that just in front of my back foot. From here, I'll lunge down, my knee will touch. This gives me about a 2/3 lunge whilst using the stick. If I don't need the stick, I can pop that down, and I've got a reference point as well. That's how we can integrate the lunge into your workouts today. For our beginners, we're going to sit with our squats or our chair sits in replace of the lunge. Once you feel comfortable to take on the lunge, have a go. Lastly, we've got My favourite exercise. Next exercise at our knees to elbow. Okay, so we're going to do 2 variations of this exercise. For our intermediate and our advanced, we're going to be looking to be in the top of a push-up position. Right at the top here, tummy tight. It's like a high plank. From here, we're going to try and bring our right knee to our right elbow. Or as far as we can get. Right knee, right elbow, back. Or bring it as far as you can get. Left knee to left elbow. Or as far as you can get. Our knees to elbow, so we will go left, then right. Then left, then right. That can be quite a challenging exercise. You're holding your whole weight up. Remember, there is no time limit on this. You get as far as you can, and it takes you as long as it takes you. It doesn't matter. This is a challenge. You can write down what time you get. Try it again in a few weeks and see how you go. Alright, it's time for my favourite exercise, the burpee. Burpees are the ultimate bodyweight exercise. They're challenging for someone who's advanced, and they're challenging for someone who's just starting off. If you're at our beginner stage, burpees probably aren't right for you just yet, and we'll show you some variations you can do. Okay, so for the starters of a burpee, you want to undertake them on something soft, outside, mat. I've got a really nice cushiony rug I can use here, hence I can do them inside. So my burpee, I'm going to try, basically, to bring my hands to the ground, my feet are going to go out, and I'm coming down into a push-up position. From this position here, getting up any way I can, I'm going to throw myself up, jump and back in the air. That's one. Variation may be from here. Coming down to the ground, stepping back, down, a knee push-up up, bring your legs forward, and jump. That's a lot of movement of the body there, so any joint issues will steer clear of burpees. Another variation you can do, use a lounge. For this burpee, I'm going to start probably around a metre from the lounge. My hands will come back to the lounge, jump out, jump in, jump up. That's one. Jump out, jump in, jump up. Making sure I've got the weight in my hands at the outdoor section. Make sure that you are on something stable. You don't want to be falling around if you're inside, okay? If it's raining, you can't undertake these burpees or these adjusted burpees inside, or you're one of our beginners, we're going to do crunches. Once again with these, arms up, tummy tight, chest tight, tennis ball under the chin to the chest, crunching up so our shoulder blades just come off the ground.